Hello and welcome to another Overlord lore video, and today we are going to take a closer look at what happened after Zesshi Zetsumei had been captured by the forces of Nezarec. But before we're going to take a closer look at this, please let me thank my Patreons for supporting this channel, as well as all users of the YouTube thanks function who made one-time donations. And with that said, let's finally get to the topic of what happened after Mare has captured Zesshi. First and foremost, Overlord and Aura were both just recently finishing looting the treasury vault and were originally a bit disappointed that a lot of things seemed like they could be foraged or crafted, and therefore were of low value to Nezarec. But still, considering the strength of the Elf King, there had to be a few gems among all of them. And during the loot process, Mare suddenly called and has spoken of a strong foe. Strong by Mare's standards. And Mare has also spoken in singular, meaning that Mare was now threatened by a single enemy. This alarmed Ainz, who ever since the attack on Sheltier, and even before that, feared that other players would attack the Great Tomb of Nezarec, just like they did in the video game of Yggdrasil. So having Mare inform him about being attacked by a strong foe, something that as early as in the second novel was a constant concern of Ainz. So having Mare inform him about being attacked by a strong foe, something that as early as in the second novel prompted Albedo to nag Ainz until he agreed to at least take Naber with him while he was traveling incognito as Momon the Adventurer, was akin to some sort of worst case scenario. And therefore, Aura rushed to Mare's reported location. Now, because of the comparably slow movement speed of Overlord, Ainz had to be carried by Aura, who ran like a storm gust through much of the castle, and instead of slowing down in curves, she rapidly changed direction by kicking the walls and doing everything in order to not having to slow down even a bit. Now, the small Aura carrying the by comparison huge Overlord must have looked a bit like Leonard carrying General Radan. But nonetheless, both arrived just as Mare had finished pushing Zesshi into sleep, and then all three traveled back through a hastily opened gate spell to the lodge, or rather the fake entrance of Nezarec, where Entuma Vasilisa Zeta, one of the Pleiades, who was sorting through all of the recently arriving loot, bowed to Ainz as a greeting. Now, with that said, Mare also revealed to Ainz that he believed that Zesshi has something to do with the attack on Sheltier, since she could use both the goal of all life is death and Einherjar, aka the greatest aces, in the sleeve of Sheltier and Overlord respectively. And Mare also made it pretty clear that if Zesshi would regain consciousness, because she as of yet had been merely put to sleep, then she would be easily able to overwhelm Neuronist Painkill. So severe was the threat that the strongest godkin posed, that Overlord had Aura and Mare guard Zesshi, who in the meantime was stripped of her equipment, and likely who has also been put into stat-reducing equipment as well, like for example the metal collar Overlord was wearing during the 7th novel, in order to further weaken her. But the fact that Ainz felt it necessary to suppress Zesshi with 2 floor guardians is a testament to her strength. And since Neuronist's methods of intel extraction would be a sure way for Neuronist of being destroyed on the spot, Ainz had to personally search the memory of Zesshi for several days, if not weeks after her capture. And once he had found what he had searched for, Albedo got a call, with fury and anger in his voice, from Overlord. Now, Albedo was ordered to immediately appear before him, and Ainz was still on the 6th floor in the frozen prison, in Neuronist's Chamber of Truth. And once Albedo arrived, she went on her knees and begged Ainz for forgiveness. Judging by the tone Overlord had picked, and the anger in his voice, that wasn't really heard ever since the 6th volume, when Ainz decided to punish the 8 Fingers by sending forth Demiurge. Albedo has been found out, her plan had been exposed. Albedo had naturally assumed that she had been found out, that her plans had been exposed. And while she didn't know what went wrong, where she slipped up, Einsolgon has seemingly used his superior mind to unravel her plans before they had been put into action. So begging and apologizing was really the only thing Albedo could do in this situation. Only for Heinz to react confused as for why Albedo was so harsh on herself. He made it clear that he had found out who attacked Sheltier and put her under mind control, thanks to the surge in Zeshi's mind. And now he wants to take revenge on the vile theocracy of Slain. And with that, Albedo was ordered to immediately put all of the troops of Nezarec into action to mobilize the entire Great Tomb of Nezarec. And let me just say that finally Albedo's plot is going to actually matter. It had been teased and hinted at for years, and it will probably become a significant part of the 2 remaining volumes of Overlord. For Albedo's plot is now so explicitly addressed, and there's just so little time left, that it will undoubtedly be a big part of volume 17 if not 18. And of course, while all of this is going on, while all of the Dragon Lords will seemingly do something and step into action, Zeshi's fate is as of yet still unclear. So I'm really looking forward to the 17th and 18th volume of this series. And next time we will take a look at how bad the Theocracy of Slain situation actually is. And perhaps to your surprise, it is not entirely hopeless. But more about that in my next video. For today this is it. And I say thank you very much for watching. Be sure to comment your opinion down in the comment section. And as usual, I say my special thanks to Arder Daddy Arder, Bad Guy Ye, Bad Burrito 316, Beezer, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Duckwagon, Dunkler Krieger, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Feralchivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Lee K. Long, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Love Razor, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, O'Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantom, Personage, Primus 11, Rhinomere, Q&A Caracos P, Sharegox is Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super TM Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rag Ed Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito 27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, Xenokai, and Zonagon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day and hope to see you all again soon on my next video.